All right, so for those of you who want to kind of separate yourself and go from little SEO to like big dog, the guys who are making 6-7 figures plus per month with affiliate marketing, this is what's going to get you there, okay? A powerful PBN network is one of the big keys to being a big dog when it comes to SEO. And there's guys out there that, you know, have much bigger networks than me, but their networks generally suck because they cut corners and they get weaker sites. In this video, video number 2 of the How to Build a PBN Network series, that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about how the whole cycle works with domains and buying aged domains so you understand where you need to buy the domains and why. And then we're going to talk about where you can get those domains. So what I have here is kind of a high-tech graphic of how the domaining process works, okay? You have your regular domain pool here. Now, when I say regular domain pool, I mean like this is where you can go register sites at any domain registrar. Like I can go to GoDaddy.com and get any website that's here, right? If I want to go to Greg Morrison is an SEO.com, I'd go right here. That's a regular domain pool, right? It's probably not owned currently, so it's going to be in the regular domain pool. Again, this is anywhere like GoDaddy.com, Namecheap, anything like that. Now, if someone grabs a domain from the domain pool, they become a domain owner, right? They own the domain right here. Now, in many cases, for the sites we're buying, those sites are right here, but they, of course, end up not renewing for whatever reason where they go to auction. But let's focus on this right now. So the domain is owned, and let's say it's a business, okay? Maybe it's like an organization for children. Now, this website gets put up, and it's an organization for children. A lot of people like this website, so they got all these links coming to it. Well, let's pretend now that the organization goes out of business, or maybe the owner forgets to renew the domain, or maybe the owner dies, so they don't renew the domain. Many different reasons can happen where a website owner does not renew the domain, okay? And that's when this happens right here. Now, once the domain is not renewed, they get a little grace period, like 15, 30 days, something like that, to renew the domain under a penalty. If they don't renew the domain, it goes to this step right here. And this is kind of like step 2, like the domain's owned. This is really like step 1 after the domain's not renewed. And that's the auction phase. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But first, I want to clear up something. A lot of people believe that, well, if the domain's no longer owned, won't websites stop all the links going to it? Because that's really what powers these domains we're getting, is all these links that we're going to this, let's say, again, our hypothetical situation, this organization that had all these links going to it. Well, wouldn't these websites that are linking to it know that the organization is no longer there, so they're going to take down the links? No, okay? 95 to 99% of the time, that's not going to happen. So 95 to 99% of your links are going to stay in place. The reason is most websites do not monitor their outbound links to see if they're linking to sites that are no longer there. They just leave them up. They just leave all their outbound links up. So for almost all the links that are pointing to this domain that were built during the website being up, they're going to stay in place. So that means this domain is going to continue to be powered. Now, once it's not renewed, it moves to the auction phase. All right, and this auction phase is where you can buy sites at places like GoDaddy and Namejet and Snap and all these different auction places. And there's a reason that we want to buy sites right here. Okay, there's 2 big reasons. Number 1 is if you buy them right here, they keep their age. So when you go to the who is information and you check an aged domain that you get at the auction phase, this is what I call an aged domain. I should probably write this in. So let me write this in. So these are aged domains. This is my terminology I use. Some people call these expired domains. I call them aged domains. Expired domains, I call these right here, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But when you buy these at auction, they keep their age. So when you go check the who is information, it's still going to show the original registration date, and that's important to me. It's also where the best sites are got. Why is that? Because this is step 1, right? This is phase 1. After a domain is not renewed, they go to auction. Now, if they're not picked up at auction, then they officially expire, and they actually go back to the regular domain pool. So a lot of people get their PBN sites right here. Why? Because they're cheap, right? You get them for registration price, $12. So they pick them up right here because they're like, I'm going to save some money and I'm going to get them cheap. You can still find decent sites here. I don't want decent, okay? I want good. This is where the good sites are because this is step 1. All the good sites are taken here, and then the leftovers are right here. Do you want to build a PBN network out of the prime meat, Or do you want all the scraps, right? This is like where the scraps are. So it blows my mind how people use expired domains to build their PBN networks, which it takes time to do this. If you're going to take the time to build a PBN network, do it with age domains, sites you get at the auction phase, because this is where the best sites are going to be, and you also get to keep your age. So why do I care about my age being kept? Well, the reason I care is because technically it would be rather easy for a algorithm to discount links if the age is reset in the who is information. Now, I don't think this is done currently, but it is something that could easily be done with an algorithm, right? So I could program something myself that says, hey, go out, like I'm just saying I'm not a good programmer and I could do this. It's very simple. Discount all links that are built before age in the who is information. That'd be an easy way to discount all the links of an expired domain. Not saying that happens, but just because that's one reason I like it keeps its age. And I just like older sites. Okay? I like having that older site in the who is information. It just feels better. It feels more secure. But one of the big reasons is just because that technically, again, with an algorithm, it could be discounted. But the main reason that I get age domains is because of this right here. They're the best sites. Why go after scraps when you can get the real stuff right here? The first pickings, right? We want the beef tenderloin. We want that steak from the good part of the cow, whatever you want to call it. We don't want the scraps, right? That's like they think of a lion going and eating his meal, and then like the scraps are left over for the hyenas. They get to like chew a little bit off the bones. That's your expired domains. You're getting like those little leftover stuff. We want the real deal because that's what's going to really move the needle. So when you're building your PBN network, always go after auction domains or age domains. Don't do this expired domain shit. This is crap. Okay, this is for rookies. You're not going to be able to compete when you're getting expired domains. We want more powerful sites that keep their age, that have better links, which is found right here. All right. So let's go show you how to find these now. So there's 3 different sites you can use to find these, although the third one I'm not even going to recommend you use. The first one is registercompass.com. I'll put a link below if you want to use my affiliate link, if I even put it up. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to do that or not. Then there's also spamzilla.io. Both of these are paid services. I don't know if these guys have an affiliate link or not, but I'll look for one. I'll put it up if I have one. But these are both paid services. I believe the most expensive option is $37 a month, right? So each of these are $37 a month if you want to use them. You only really need one. Most of y'all would recommend Register Compass. I personally paid $9.97 for Register Compass, and I get a lifetime membership just because I use it so much. I've been using it for many years. Spamzilla, I don't know if they have that option or not, but you can go look at the pricing options and see what's best for you. But I really recommend, Register Compass for most people. Now, these are both sites where you can find age domains, okay? And I'll show you how to do that with Register Compass specifically. There's also a free site, expireddomains.net, but these guys are free, but number one, I don't like their filtering options aren't nearly as good. We want the best filtering options so we can find the best sites. Number two, they only offer expired domains, right? I believe, the last time it's been years since I used it, but they only offer these sites right here, right? The ones that are officially expired. I don't think they have the auction domains. They could, but even if they do, I'd rather pay a little more for something like Register Compass, where it has great filtering, so I can find the best sites very easily, okay? But I just wanted to show you it is an option for anyone that's super cheap, and maybe you do want to build that scrap-style kind of rookie PBN network. The big dogs, though, are going to be building age domains, auction domains, and finding them through something like Register Compass or Spamzilla, all right? So that's like a key thing when it comes to building PBNs is knowing how the whole process works, right? It's important to understand this because you want sites right here. Now you know why you want these. We don't want the scraps. And look, when it officially expires, it actually goes back up to right here. Right, it goes back into the regular domain pool. So I always teach, like when you buy a new domain at like GoDaddy or Namecheap, check the history still because it could have already went through this process where it kind of recycled and it could have a whole bunch of spammy links pointing to it. So just a side note there, anytime you register a new domain, check the history. See if there's already links built to it because it could have already done this loop. Maybe once, twice, 3 times, depending on the domain name. So always check because this can actually crush a site as well. All right. So this is how the process works. That's how to get them. Let me see how far in we are. So we're 10 minutes in. Yeah, we'll stop this video here. Next video, I'm going to talk about what type of metrics you want to see, and also we'll start doing some research for how to find PBN sites. So that's how the process works. That's how you build a powerful PBN network as far as what type of sites to get. That's where you get them. Hopefully you guys like this video. Make sure you comment below. Let me know if you are excited for this series, if I should keep it going, how much in detail I should go. The more likes and comments we get, the deeper I'll go. All right, talk to you guys soon.